What if I was like Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd?
Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. Time for a review of the new Feist LP, Metals. This is going to be a kind of weird review, because Feist's new album, Feist, Leslie Feist, Canadian singer-songwriter. This is her new LP, follow-up to The Reminder. Very big record, sold hundreds of thousands of copies, and launched her into the acclaimed contemporary female singer-songwriter status that she enjoys today. And this is a weird feeling, because most albums, I kind of feel like I listen to them over and over and over, and I kind of get to know them, just blanks become filled in slowly one after another. And I guess right now I know how I feel about this record. I don't really like it, but I'm not 100% sure why. I do kind of know why. I feel like this album drags on forever. But it's not because it's quiet, it's not because nothing happens. Actually, I think this album is louder than Feist's last LP, which also had that, Baroque pop, chamber pop element to some of the tracks on there, but this LP comes on even heavier with the extra instrumentation. So the dragging for me is definitely not for lack of things occurring, and this album is not longer than the last album either. What has kind of shifted on this LP is the mood. I know it's been 4 years, about 4 years, since Feist has come out with her last album, but it actually kind of feels like 50, because The Reminder felt so fresh and so young and just so vibrant. This, by comparison, is really dreary, worn, tired, old. It's a series of songs that kind of feel like they have nowhere to be and nowhere to go. Actually, I would say this album sounds exactly like the cover looks. A really gray, desolate landscape. There's no life in any direction as far as you can see, and there's nothing to look at except a giant wooden F. And all I can think is, what am I doing here? To me, a lot of these tracks wander. Really wander with vocal melodies that don't feel all that memorable, wander aimlessly in the sea of instrumentation that's been arranged around these songs. Also, while we're on the instrumentation on this album, I think the kind of tired and worn emotions that are showcased on this LP really get outshined by the strings and the horns and the woodwinds. It's to the point where I will get really bored with a track until I hear an instrumental swell or something, and then some emotion will hit me. Take the second track, for example. I think the instrumental swell toward the end of that song is way more interesting than anything that happened before it. In a way, this album does feel more mature than The Reminder to me. Definitely. But it just kind of makes this album feel old. When I'm listening to this album, I kind of feel like I'm a 4-year-old kid, and I'm bugging my grandpa this album to come play. Let's go, let's play, yeah, let's play, yeah. And he's all like, no, I'm watching The Price is Right. I don't want to get up. Some of you guys may remember my review of How Come You Never Go There a little earlier this year, and I like that song, like, by itself. I think that's one of Feist's better vocal deliveries on this album, and there are other spots on here that don't feel so weighted down in all this heavy instrumentation, and a song, a focused, clear-cut song, really kind of shines out. I'm thinking of a track like the 6th track, Bittersweet Melodies. A lot of the other songs on here don't feel complex or complicated to me. They just kind of feel like the Feist I'm usually used to hearing, but kind of smothered in molasses. While I do like some of these tracks separately, I feel like listening to them from really becomes a very tiring gauntlet for me, kind of an unrewarding gauntlet. In some ways, maybe this album is fitting as a fall album, but it's not the kind of picturesque fall day that one would imagine. It's more like a day where all the leaves are dead and have fallen off all the trees, and the sky is gray and the wind is blowing hard enough to give you frostbite. So yeah, I didn't like this. I'm kind of feeling like a strong 4, decent to strong 4 on this, but you know, I would love to read somebody's comment below telling me why you liked this album or loved it, if in fact you did love it. And that's it, man. Y'all know this is just my opinion, but what do you think of this thing? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? And what do you think I should review next? Anthony Fantano, Feist, forever.